Hi, I'm Jane. I'm project manager here at Higher Ground. Today is our 8th repair day where we have volunteer members of the community that come together to try and fix people's broken things, bikes or toys or woodwork or china or jewellery or anything. People will give it a go. They're prepared to give everything a go. We do this twice a year to raise money for the project, and it's usually one of our most successful fundraisers. We've got tea and cake and lots of really friendly faces, and it's just a really lovely busy day. So yeah, I'm gonna go and crack on. Thanks very much. Bye.
That's the cash machine. When I retired, I started repairing stuff at home, and I'm always sort of changing my jewellery, fixing broken cups and things. When this repair cafe started, I said, well, I could probably do jewellery, put people's, get a chain or another clip on things, but it's quite a wide range of things that people bring in. Sometimes whole necklaces that are kind of rotted. You can restring necklaces with this, put the beads out and arrange them all and then restring them. I've got stuff in here, chains and all different things. I just bring the whole thing, so hopefully I've got everything I need in here. If I haven't got it, tough. I've been doing this for years, and of course when you get some findings on eBay, you end up with huge bags of stuff. So I like collecting things like that. I think, oh, I haven't got that pliers, yeah. 6, sometimes 7 or 8 repairs a session, but you never know. You don't know what's going to come through the door. It's amazing. Sometimes people just have things in drawers for ages, and it's sad. They love them, not necessarily worth anything, but just they love them. And so if you can just put another clasp on and then they can wear it, that's nice. It's on my table at home.
Tools of the trade.
Yeah, I'm sitting having breakfast and that's sitting there. And so I got these really strong glasses, and these are 6 times magnification, so I can see really well for putting little rings on and things like that. So that's my secret weapon.
Higher Ground is a social enterprise that we set up in 2016, so we're nearly 10 years old, and we use horticulture to combat mental illness and improve people's well-being and improve social isolation.
It's me with remember what it was like. I think it was no recollection of it at all.
Yeah, it's just been like a little bit better.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, well, that's fabulous. So.
I've got like some bias binding or just something like that.
That would be really easy.
Okay, so I should just come back in a bit for it then.
Yeah. I've got one to do in the meantime.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
yeah, it's because it's going a bit thin, isn't it?
I've got an O-level in woodwork, so I've been interested in woodwork all my life. Then you move on to other jobs, other careers. But when I retired, I started picking up woodworking jobs. I turned woodworking into a hobby, then a business, and now I'm trying to turn it back to a hobby again. So I'm waiting for woodworking projects to come in, wobbly stools and wobbly chairs and other woodworking things. Similar to me. He's doing the turning and stuff. He makes a lot of musical instruments.
With these ones, I just generally give them a clean with wire wool and WD-40 and make sure everything's still oiled and working properly, and then give this blade a bit of a sharpen with this thing.
And what is that? Is it a file?
It's a little diamond sharpener.
I've been on a walk.
Hello, here at Higher Ground today, and it's wonderful, and these wonderful people are helping the village community so well. It's ridiculously good. And here is my son's planetarium today, which Colin here is repairing because the motor had stopped.
I'm just going to take the whole of that big tart away.
And this is a precious object in our house because this has got my son who has ADHD. This gets him to sleep every night because he watches the stars go across the ceiling. And what's amazing about this is if we can get this working, unfortunately it stopped rotating, so the stars are still projecting, but unfortunately that lovely rotation is stopped. So hopefully, who knows, we might be able to get that on today. And this whole this is just amazing. This is my first time today in the repair shop, and it's fab.
That looks very interesting with the arms.
Yeah, it does.
Is that what you're saying?
No, we'll put two little tabs on.
That's what I did the last time.
They hinge it.
I don't know if you're able to do anything with it. First of all, I volunteer here, but so I always come because I brought some cake. But also, I try and bring things to repair. And actually, I've just brought a necklace, and which is snapped. So it's really, really helpful to have somebody to look at it for me.
Yes. If you want spaces, sort of things like that, which they're obviously sideways, you only see that, so they're very small, or tiny beads like that, that don't show up very much. Hard, and so you and so you've got this really hard, and so you get a charge on it. And if it picks up the tissue paper, it's amber.
Right. Oh, good. I thought this is Joan Sheldon gave me it.
This is amber.
Yes. So
Joan
it's quite a valuable necklace. It's probably worth at least £100.
Yes.
You know where you see a lot of amber in Estonia? Where
Really?
loads of amber.
Oh, it's in the Baltic. Yeah, exactly. That's where it comes from.
Yes.
Of amber.
See, these are real. So I better just. She's doing a movie. I checked online, and the best thing to clean is just warm water and sort of a gentle soap. So that's what I'm doing, because these are very grubby, because they're quite old, and you know the ends are all grubby. So I'm just doing that very carefully, and.
You never know what to bring. You've got to bring your whole workshop.
I didn't say that to her. She knew what I was.
I started working life as a joiner in the shipyards. And one of the things about the shipyards in the 1960s in Britain was they still had a lot of the old skills in them. The old fellas that worked in the shipyard still had a lot of the Victorian and Edwardian skills, which they passed on to people. And so when I left the shipyards and doing stuff, of course, growing up, never had any money, so it's always a case of fix it if you can, you know, and if you didn't have it, could you make it? So you got those kind of skills came. So, and then later on I was technical services manager for the museum service. So because I'm always interested in technology, and I ran a team of lads who did restoration and conservation work for the museums. There we go.
My close friend and neighbour, who's died a couple of years ago, aged 102, but was very independent most of that time. She left me 3 amber necklaces actually, and they're lovely. They're lovely. I've never had anything like that before. But they're old and they've been strung, you know, many years ago. Anyhow, she's going to fix it for me. It just needs restringing because the cord is rotting, I think, really. It's just so old. So that was really handy to bring it here, wasn't it? She was a wonderful woman. She was wonderful, wasn't she?
June?
She very well.
Oh, yes.
She was in her 30s, in the 30s, before the Second World War. She was at Cambridge University doing a degree, because women didn't get degrees in those days.
She had early memories.
Amazing lifestyle, never married, and was an only child, so limited relatives really, but such resilience, and faith was so strong, it shone out of it, didn't it, really? You know, she read avidly. She had a library of, I think there were nearly 1,500 books. And sadly she'd had a house fire when she was 99, just before lockdown actually, and the books weren't burned, but there was fire damage, smoke damage. She hadn't insured it as a library. She thought everybody had, you know, roomfuls of books in bookcases.
Well, there's nothing on there at the minute, but the process is people write down what it is that they're getting fixed.
Yeah.
I allocate the item to one of the menders, and when it's fixed, I tick it off and I wipe it off the board. So.
So at this stage, not being familiar with the construction of this, is that you keep a record of anything that you dismantle, where you take the screws out, and you work your way logically around to try and find how to actually gain access to see what the problem potentially could be.
But I don't think this can be fixed. I just bought them because they're broken. They're 2 little earrings. But I mean, you know. But
maybe just put another. It would have to be.
Yeah.
You could change the hooks and then.
So I was. Mitch, having a hair. Oh, Mitch. Yeah. Oh, super. Thank you so much. That's great. The earrings. Oh wow, they're beautiful. Yeah, they're my daughter's. So.
Experience, but she witnesses.
So I got into sewing when I was at school. I did art textiles then, and I always enjoyed making things. But in more recent years, it tends to be about adapting. I'm really passionate about trying to live more sustainably, to use second-hand things, and it's just really satisfying to put the care and attention into something that makes it more meaningful.
Oh well, it looks like a nice warm jacket, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Worth more than £1.
So The thing I'm mending at the moment, the gentleman who bought it told me he paid £1 for it in the market, but he loves it, and it's good quality, it looks warm, and it's just going in a few places, but it's not hard to mend, and it'll keep going for a few years longer, and it's just really satisfying to meet people and find out about their stuff.
Well, it's got on the front here, who gives a crap? What we got?
CD player that stops functioning after a few minutes.
Doesn't like the music.
No, that sounds ominously unfixable.
Shed that could be your den. And all the while he was thinking, I can have that shed. What's she's done with it?
I can put my tools in it and use it. Yeah, so I'm just taking a pair of trousers for a gentleman. He said he's had them for about 3 years, but they're about 4 inches too long. I got into sewing probably about 8 years ago. I used to actually work for a company that made like tents, so I got into sewing by like making massive things, so changing over to tiny things is a bit more fiddly, but no problem. That's okay.
Is it actually running the music? Or it plays the music and then
it just suddenly stops, but it's going round and round.
Yeah. Why were you doing that? Because it worked.
Well, I didn't buy this one. I bought an identical one for my husband's birthday, maybe about 20 years ago. And that one failed after a year, just before the year was up. So he took it back to the shop and exchanged it for this one. It's been annoying with me not playing all the CDs. All sorts. Classical, national, what I grew up with, but not particularly not particularly one group. Great big variety. Yeah, not the musician that's doing it. It's all the people who are on the electronic side. I didn't realise that until I saw the actual music written down, because I was trying to arrange it for handbell music.
How long have you been doing handbells?
20 odd years. Because I want all the notes, all the bells to play in the music, not just one. I better not show that one.
When you were playing it?
I never tried that. I used to just put what music do I want. So I'd look for that one.
You can just skip a track.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That was delicious. Oh, brilliant.
Pick the scone.
I also do circle dancing. The music will come on the CD, whatever you're playing, and you instinctively go, if it's something that you dance to, you're automatically doing steps, and that's lovely. You just do it.
All the way through. So,
Okay, there we go.
it's not spinning. It's spinning. It's sweet spinning.
Not spinning.
Play. Press play.
Spinning.
Spinning.
She said we have to listen to more than 2 songs.
Yeah, so the way the stroke has affected me is that it has affected my memory. more the short-term memory. So difficulty reading is by the time I get to the end of the sentence, I can't remember what the start of the sentence is. But longer-term memory is still there. And so normally then, does it that when you switch this on, does it? Yeah, it was always running. It'll already. So things from years and years ago I can remember. So hence my degree in electronics and my hobby of, as a kid, taking things apart and looking to see how they work and trying to repair them or repairing them back then is still something that I can do.
So you got to patch a bit in.
I mean, like proper 70s flares with these.
Okay, right, so these are lovely amber, and that's the magnetic clasp, so it does sort of work, but you can get it over your head, so then it goes like that.
Fantastic, great job. Good job, Kate. Lovely.
So I can phone her now, shall I?
Okay, yes.
Thank you so much. This is absolutely lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. A lovely project.
I just want to say thank you very much to everybody that supported our repair day. We fixed and sharpened about 50 items.
Events like the repair day are able to help people to have their items fixed by our volunteers, and then that in turn helps raise funds for the people who work in the garden. So it's like a cyclical thing. But I work here 1 day a week and my mental health benefits from being here.
It was really well attended. It was a good one. We raised about £350, including all of the cake sales and the donations that everybody brought in.
All the funds help keep everything going and keep this beautiful space going, and it's really beneficial to have this space for people to share.
Oh, it's lovely. Thank you.
Well, I've come along today mainly because it's the best way to get a piece of my wife's cake. Sometimes it's the only way, which is rather nice. Lemon drizzle. It's always a good day out here, anyway.
Because he's allowed a little bit. If it's something like scones, he gets the cast off one, and the rest leave the house.
Yes, I can recognise my misshape as it comes out of the oven.
You're badly done too, aren't you?
Oh, very.